Happy Sunday, everyone. So welcome to Beyond Academy College Planning webinar, and we will begin shortly. We still have a few minutes before we start the meeting. So while we are waiting, I'm going to play a short video. This video shows you some of the leadership and the community services we have done in the past year. As many of you probably know, today's colleges not only look at students' academia, but they also consider their actual curriculum, community services, leadership, internships, jobs. This is today's topic as well, but at the same time, we want to show you some of the things our students have done in the past. As we help our students and families to plan for their colleges, we also partner with nonprofit organizations. So we provide some platforms and opportunities for our students to develop leadership and get engaged in the community services. So I'll just play a short video. So first, welcome everyone for today's webinar. So my name is Dr. Sherry Hu. I have a PhD in engineering, so I'm not a medical doctor, but I used to be a professor, and my student always call me Dr. Sherry or Dr. Sherry Hu, Dr. Hu, whatever you want to call me. So I am the founding member and the managing director of Beyond Academy College Planning Program. And for today's topic, it will be about 1 hour, and we will leave about 5 minutes in the Q&A in the end. But anytime, if you have any questions, you're welcome to put your questions in the Q&A in your Zoom function there. And we're happy to answer your questions along the way. I do have my admin, Tom is here. He can help to answer your questions. And we do also provide a free consultation time. If you are not already in our program, so you get this free consultation time. If you are already, I know there's a lot of students and their families, they are already in our program, and you can always talk to your individual counselors about specific questions you have toward today's webinar. And another thing is we have a very good information blogs through emails, Facebook, and all different kinds of social media. We send it out about once or twice a month. And you, if you follow us, you'll get the important information that will help you to prepare for your college. And before we start today's topic, we want to address some of the parents' biggest concerns about college planning. So we'll start here. Like I know most parents, most students, they are really busy, and they all have their full-time job doing something, like doing their classwork or doing their homework, doing their work. So they may not have enough time to do this college planning. And also there's a lot of topics they have to decide, and that's so important, including what major to choose and what college to consider to apply for, right? And also whether they need to take SAT or ACT, and how many times they need to take. When is the first time? How much preparation they need to do? So there's a lot of questions there. And on top of that, parents probably have concerns about the money part. As everybody knows, college gets really expensive nowadays. For in-state college, for example, like UT, UC, you know, like those in-state costs would be over 100K per student for the 4 year. And if it's a private school, like a Ivy League school or just a private school or public school outside of your state, you probably pay anywhere from 200K to 300K for each child. So this gets really expensive. And another thing is probably everybody heard about FAFSA. So this is a form for the financial aid. No matter you are ready or you are not ready, and when it's time to come, you have to fill out those a lot of application forms, financial forms, FAFSA, CSS, and there's literally over 100 questions. And so that can be really confusing. And if you make any mistakes, actually that can make a huge difference for your results, right? So there's a lot of topics here, and we want to let you know that's a part of our mission. Our mission is to help the students to get into their dream colleges and help the parents to well prepared. And we help a lot of things on college admissions. We answer these questions we just talked about, and we help the student to prepare. And today, as you know, our focus will be on the actual curriculum, right? And we also help with the career development. When we say career development, because a lot of students want to go for like a career preparation. For example, they want to choose a major, engineering, medical, art, you know, there's business, finance. There's a lot of different majors. How they know what is the best for them, right? And how do they know this will get like fit into their personalities? So there's a lot of things to consider. So we are the expert on career guidance as well. And most important actually, although it's the last thing we talk about, but it's really important is we want to prepare for the college funding. A lot of parents, they don't want their kids to take huge loan by the end of the college, and also parents don't want to take huge loan as well, don't want to jeopardize their retirement. So that's part of the things we actually do the best. We have so much experience, and we want to include those things so you can have a peace of mind during that process. And we have a lot of counselors, and many of them are experts of this area. And when you work with us, you will get expertise of the best expert in the country. Actually, we have counselors at different places, and they will help you for different perspectives. And very quickly, I want to introduce myself. I mentioned a little bit, I'm the co-founder and operational directors of Beyond the Academy. As we talk about, we have a lot of families worry about the college funding, the scholarship, financial aid part. So I have a certification in college funding and also have a certification for college financial planning. We have helped as a team in the past 8 years actually as a team, over 3,000 families, and many of them go to the top schools, and many of them also go to the local in-state colleges, like public colleges. So on average, we actually save family over $80,000 per family. And on the side, used to be a professor and have founded some startups in my past life. And also, I'm the founder of a few nonprofit organizations. I'm also an elected city council member and published a book on college funding, and very fortunate we got a few bestseller ranks for that. And I'm also a Rotary Club member. One of the things I'm involved public services and the community services. Actually, I can also provide those kind of platform and opportunities for the students in our program. And last month, we have another counselor, Miss Susan, and she has a background in medical schools, in nursing. She's also trained in education, in counseling, and she gave a talk last month, we talked about college and the career planning. So today's topic, we actually will work with Miss Pam, and she's here today. She is expert in school guidance and college counseling, and she's a department head in her public high school, and she has a master's degree in school counseling from Johns Hopkins University. It's a brand name university built for there, and she's very experienced and very proficient in guide the students for their schools and also prepare for the college. So with that said, please join me to welcome Ms. Pam here. She'll start today's talking.
Hi, everyone. So today, like Dr. Sherry said, we're going to be talking about extracurricular activities, leadership, summer internships, seasonal jobs, and all things related to resume building. So some food for thought. I'd like you all to start to think in the direction of what kind of goals do you have for building your resume or obtaining your first resume for over the summer before the start of your senior year, and how are you going to use that? What kinds of extracurricular activities and leadership, volunteer, internship, or employment goals are you having as we're getting ready for you to approach the summer before senior year? And why is resume building important in a general sense, and specifically right before you are embarking on the college application season journey? So give that some thought. So there are a lot of reasons why resume building is super important in all contexts. When you're applying to colleges, particularly selective colleges, more than likely you're going to be asked to write about how you spent your time outside of school, and they want to know what you bring to the table in addition to your academics. It's a great way for them to learn about your skills, the qualities that you have, the values and experiences you've had. And it's not always going to be something that's able to be portrayed just through your transcript or personal statement. So a resume comes in handy. Also, the college application essays. In order for you to be able to write the best essay possible, the most authentic essay possible, the more experiences that you have in life, the better. And a variety just shows how well-rounded you are. So these are a good handful of the top reasons why this is important. So the first thing that you're going to want to do as we're getting ready for summer to sneak up on us is to start to define your objective. What exactly are you looking to do? Is it something that you're looking to do periodically throughout the summer? Are you looking for a full-time commitment? Are you wanting it to be an internship where it's more real world work experience, a seasonal job, perhaps at a summer camp, maybe a summer camp that really hones in on an area of interest that you have, like a STEM summer camp? Is this part-time employment that you want to get over summer and maintain throughout senior year? Or, you know, do you have a nonprofit you already work with and you'd like to continue that community service and leadership? So the first thing you want to do is start to narrow down what it is exactly that you're looking for. You can go ahead.
Let's face it, searching for a job can be stressful, but don't worry, we have a few tips to help make the job search process easier to manage. Looking for a job is a job in and of itself, so before you even begin the job search, write down why you want a job and how it'll help you achieve your goals. Post it somewhere where you will see it every day. Next is to set a job search schedule. Pick 2 to 3 days a week to search and apply to different jobs. Now it's time to prepare. When searching for a job, you will need an updated version of your resume and cover letter. After updating your resume, make sure to have someone you trust look it over. You can ask a parent, a teacher, or a counselor to review it, or you can send it to Get Schooled and we will review it for free. Once you have your resume and cover letter reviewed, it is
Hi there. Learn to code.
time to secure your references. References are people who can vouch for your experience and ability to perform a job. Teachers, counselors, coaches, or former bosses and coworkers all make great references. Just be sure to ask them first because employers that you're applying to will likely reach out to them. Many jobs ask for a cover letter. We encourage you to include one even if it's optional. If you don't have one, we recommend writing a generalized cover letter that you can tailor to each job that you're applying to. Check out the article in the link below for more tips on resumes and cover letters. Now it's time to finally start applying. When doing so, it is critical to think about your skill set, what jobs you think you're capable of, and what jobs you're interested in doing. Don't get hung up on one job or worried if you don't immediately hear back from them. Just keep applying until one reaches out. Trust me, persistence pays off in the end. If you're looking for more help, be sure to check out our job search tool, Job Launch. It'll help you filter out entry-level jobs into relevant fields. You can also check out our article in the description below for additional advice. For more, text HELLO to 335577.
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about those different components the video shared, but that's a general overview of things that you should be and could be doing to be getting prepared. So this video here is about some job searching tools. You can go ahead.
So here's a floater. I don't know if everybody can see this. I was trying to get rid of this, but disable, I think, has to be, or hide floating. Okay, so I'll have this.
Are you looking for a job or internship but aren't sure where to start? Check out Job Launch, our brand new job search tool. Job Launch makes it super easy to find entry-level jobs near you. Here's how it works. Head to getschooled.com on your smartphone. Tap the menu on the top right corner of your screen and tap Job Search. Type in your zip code and press Search Jobs to see entry-level jobs in your area. It's that easy. No need to scroll through hundreds of job listings. With Job Launch, you can swipe to browse jobs and click to view those you're interested in. You want to search for a specific job? Just tap the edit icon in the search bar and type in the job you're interested in. Our secret sauce filters and preset search options make it super easy to find the right job for you. Not sure what type of job to search for? Choose from our popular jobs list. Searching for a job online can be tough, but Job Launch makes it easy. Head on over to getschooled.com for resources to help with your job search.
Okay, so once you've kind of narrowed down your objective, defining your search and how you want to be utilizing your time and what's motivating you to do this, again, you want to just start getting lost on the internet and seeking out different means of opportunities. And you want to remain consistent. Now is the time to start searching for those opportunities. People like to have things locked in a little bit before the summer so that they have their staffing or volunteers or whatever. So this is a journey you want to start to think about now.
Are you looking?
Okay.
So this can be an overwhelming, daunting task. So in addition to narrowing down what it is that you're looking for, so that can make searching easier, you want to use your network, ask teachers, friends, your school counselor. Maybe some of your peers have an opportunity that their family networked and figured out that you're interested in. And then some other places that you can definitely search is AmeriCorps, as well as summer youth employment programs. But you can play this video too.
Yeah. So we just want to let everybody know. So for today's audience, I think we have a sum of the students who are already in our program. So you can say looking for a job, finding a job is some totally new thing for you. It's hard to do. And Miss Pam here is trying to decode that for you. So follow the directions and then you can figure that out. So we won't be able to give you all the details today, but you get a sense and then you can work with your individual counselors to figure that out.
Are you looking for a job to make some money over the summer, but aren't sure where to start? Well, Get School is here to help. Although the pandemic has caused some changes to how work is done and what's available, there are still many wonderful opportunities out there. So here are a few ways you can find a great summer job. Number 1, use Job Launch. Y'all know how you like swiping, right? Well, our job search tool, Job Launch, helps you find different jobs in your area with a quick swipe. Number 2, ask your network. Talk to friends, family, teachers, community members, and see if they know of any jobs or internships. Not all jobs are posted online, so tap into that network, baby. Number 3, summer youth employment programs. Check your city's or county's website for more information about summer youth employment opportunities. I did one, so there's bound to be one. Number 4, join AmeriCorps. Summer Opportunity AmeriCorps is a program that gives young people, including high school students, the chance to earn a stipend and money for college by giving back to their communities. In addition to summer opportunities, AmeriCorps also offers full-time and part-time opportunities. Number 5, career one-stop centers. There are nearly 2,400 job centers nationwide that help people search for jobs, find training, and answer employment-related questions. For more information, click the link in the description.
So we'll just stop here, just give you some sense. And Ms. Pam has a lot of resource and information, and we can, provide to the students who are already in our program, give a little bit more guidance on how to secure a job if that's something you really want to do.
Absolutely. We go to the next slide.
Sorry.
Okay, so here at a glance is 2 other resources specifically helpful with navigating the internship search. Just bearing in mind that more often than not, an internship is you are paid in experience. So they are oftentimes unpaid. So it is a more official version of volunteering. Like I said, it is real world workplace experience. So just bearing that in mind as you go through that journey, but these are two wonderful resources for internships specifically. Handshake and idealist.org are also two highly recommended websites that you can mess around in and see what they have to offer for you in your area. Summer youth employment programs. These programs are specific for young people. They are well-rounded programs, and in of that, they are networked within your local communities. In particular, this is one that they showed in the California, LA area. So this is another really good one for high school age students. So a one-stop shop checklist of things that you need to do around these ideas is search and secure to-do list. You want to define your objective, dedicate your time to searching and researching, list a list of potential opportunities of interest, and then narrowing down that list. Things that you want to do simultaneously are create and update a resume, a templated cover letter that you can edit and send to specific places, and a list of professional references, being teachers, coaches, mentors, your school counselor, and then applying and having follow-up. If you apply online, you want to definitely, well, in general, you want to send a follow-up email and just make sure that you let them know that you're eager to be a part of the opportunity. So this is about creating your first academic resume.
Creating your academic resume may be a little bit scary and overwhelming, but trust me, it is so worth it. This thing's gonna help you in the long run, so stay tuned because in this video, I'm gonna share with you guys a few tips on getting started. What's up, you guys? I'm Don from Get Schooled, and as always, we are your free digital college and job advisors. We post new content every week, so be sure to subscribe to us, turn on notifications, and stay up to date on our most current videos. As always, you guys can head over to getschooled.com for a ton more resources that will help you succeed in college and your first job. The first thing worth mentioning is that resumes are not only used to find and secure jobs. Resumes can also be used to show potential colleges your experiences, your skills, and why you'd be a good fit. Moving on, let's get into formatting. When it comes to creating your first resume, it is important to know what sections to include. To start, you should include your name and contact information, usually your phone number and email. If you don't include your contact information, it may be hard for colleges and potential employers to find a way to reach you. Next, show off your education and your work experience. Showing off your education includes showing the school that you're currently attending, such as your college or your high school. You can also show your GPA, your anticipated graduation date, and any standardized test scores that you have. If you have any previous work experience, such as an internship or part-time job over the summer, be sure to add that information as well. Remember, your resume is just a very quick summary for academic counselors and employers to get to know you. Also, it is extremely important not to lie on your resume. Don't be like Joey Tribbiani from Friends. This is because academic counselors and employers may reach out to you to ask about a few things on your resume. We recommend that you share your resume with someone that you trust so that they can give you some very positive feedback on how to improve it. Send it to your teacher, your counselor, or even us at Get Schooled, because we will offer free resume reviews. If you're still looking for some tips on how to create your first resume, be sure to hit the link down in the description below. As always, you guys can text HELLO to 335577.
Okay, so as you can tell, I'm a big fan of the Get Schooled website. They provide a lot of insight that is palatable and easy to work through during daunting tasks like writing your first resume. So this is an example of a template that I use with the students I'm working with, both through Beyond Academy and at my job at the high school I work at. So I would definitely recommend finding a template that helps you get organized. And as you're working through your resume, just remember you don't want to regurgitate anything that would be on, would be redundant. You want it to be organized, simple, easy to read, and very fruitful in what is offered, what you have written.
Yeah, so very good. So as you can see from this template, and there's education, activity, jobs, volunteer experience, And if there's affiliations, skills, interests, just put in one page. If you are the student, you can take a picture of this one because the homework for you, is to create your own resume. If you already have a resume, and you can polish yours and work with your counselors, and then we can help you to use this resume to do different things, either to find a job or get ready for your college application in the summer.
Okay, and so this is going to explain a bit about what a cover letter is and how it should be formatted and what it's going to look like.
Having a great cover letter is an essential part of the job application process, so it's really important that you know how to write one. Your cover letter is the introduction to the employer, so it should definitely express interest in the position that you're applying for and also highlight the skills that you have that make you the best candidate for the job. You've come to the right place if you're a bit unsure about how to start your cover letter and what should be included. We're going to cover all that in this video. Every cover letter needs an introduction. This is a chance to introduce yourself, the position you're applying for, and why you feel like you might be the best fit. Next, it's time to move on to the body paragraphs. This is a chance to connect your qualifications with the needs of the job. You can use examples of what skills you have or achievements in past jobs that make you a strong candidate. We also suggest that you use keywords from the job description in your cover letter. For instance, if the job post expressed that the employer was looking for somebody with strong communication skills, you're going to want to put strong communication skills in your cover letter and then give examples of how you've displayed those skills. For more on how to use keywords, check out the link in the description below. After the body paragraphs, it's time to wrap things up in the closing paragraph. This is the chance to express interest in talking to this employer more about the position and then give them a way to view any work samples you have. This could include your website or your portfolio if that's what's required for the job. Finally, always be sure to sign your cover letters. And of course, typing your name is okay because usually you would be submitting through a website. For more on this, check out the full article at getschool.com where we'll give you a little more information about how to construct those perfect paragraphs. As always, good luck on your job search and definitely remember to come to Get Schooled for further job questions. Good luck.
Okay. So cover letter is something a lot of people ignored. So Ms. Pan really put this together just to let you know it's important to you, and we also want to help you to make sure you get that you know how to do that right.
Okay, so quality cover letter components. You want to always send a cover letter with your resume if you apply to anything, even if the application does not require one. Your cover letter is an introduction to who you are. It's going to show your interest in the position, highlight your skills, and also tell them why you're perfect for the opportunity. It's kind of like the structure of an essay. So it's going to have 3 parts: the intro, a body paragraph, or 2. If it's 2, they're really short ones, and then a closing. With each job that you apply for, you're going to always edit the cover letter template to be specific to the place that you're applying to. It should usually always be between half a page and maximum 1 whole page. All of these documents, the resume, the cover letter, and the professional references, all should not be more than a page. The cover letter, again, you don't want it to be regurgitating the resume, right? It's kind of like the sneak peek before the resume, before they get to know all the details about you, to help catch their interest. So this is a really good opportunity for them to be able to kind of catch a vibe on your personality and what it is that's special about you and what you bring to the table. And so on the left, you can see here that there's some bulleted components of the body paragraph and closing. And then to the right, at a glance, just a brief, as you can see that body example, it's short, it's brief, and then the closing. And at the signature part of that cover letter, you want to definitely put your contact information underneath your signature as well. I cannot emphasize this enough. Something that I find is that young people are creating wonderful cover letters and resumes, but they do not save a Word document template of it. They save it as a PDF and call it a day. You always want to submit PDF versions to all these opportunities so that they can't be tampered with, but you need to keep a Word document template of all three, because if you don't know already, trying to copy and paste a PDF back into a Word document gets all disorganized, and it's a lot smoother to be able to make these adjustments and save copies per opportunity as you go if you always maintain a Word document copy template, always.
Applying for a job can be super competitive, especially when all the other applicants have the same experience and background like you do. In this video, we're going to show you 4 ways on how to stand out during that application and interview process. Now, you've probably heard this before, but it's so important that you are tailoring your resume and cover letter to whichever job you're applying to. Each job is specific in what they require, and you want to make sure that your resume is meeting those expectations. This will probably mean that you have more than one resume and cover letter. That's fine. Better have too many than too little. Now, I as a broadcast student have a news and entertainment resume. The news one shows a little bit more of my journalistic side and my investigative journalism side, versus my entertainment one, which shows a little bit more of my comedy and creative writing. If you don't know what you should have on your resume or on your cover letter, ask your professor or an alumni in the field, and they would tell you and give you a little bit more insight. A website is also a very useful tool to show off your experience, skills, and projects you may have been working on. The best part is now, you don't even need to know how to code. You don't need to bribe that computer science student or your roommate anymore. You can do it yourself. Just go to a platform such as Wix or Squarespace, and they'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to set up a website. Just like a website, anyone is capable of creating a business card. Business cards are a great way to share your contact info quickly and show a little bit of professionalism. To make a business card, visit Moo, Vista Prints, Office Depot, or Costco. Now, this may sound cliche, but make sure you are dressing the part for the job that you want. This will show the interviewer that you're taking this seriously and that you really appreciate the opportunity. For more information, check out our video, What I Should Wear to Work, where we discuss business and business casual attire. In the next part, we're going to show you how to incorporate storytelling while sharing personal answers, how to practice for interview questions, why LinkedIn is so important, and why you should clean up your social media presence.
Okay, I'll just stop here because there's a lot of details, and our counselors really work with the student to get those things done professionally. Okay. So here are more like interview tips. Should we play, Miss Pam? Just play a little bit?
You can play this one, but the other 2 we can skip over.
Okay.
How about we begin with you telling me a little bit about yourself? Well, I was born in Seattle. I like to get my nails done. I like hanging out with my friends. Sometimes I like to go bowling. Well, I'm a junior in high school and I run track and I'm on the cheer team, and I have had a part-time job. It kept me really busy, but I learned to manage my time. I also volunteer with my sister's Girl Scout troop. That has been a great experience in learning how to work as a team with other leaders, plus plan activities. How would your teachers or current boss describe you? They'd probably say that I was a pleasure to have in class. Something like that, I guess. My teachers and my boss would tell you I work hard to get my work completed. I'm a leader, I'm a team player. If I finish a task ahead of schedule, I get a jump start on my next assignment, or I help my classmates or coworkers with their assignments. Awesome. Tell me about a time you had a problem and how you solved it. My siblings and I don't always get along. I often lose my patience and then go to my room for a few hours. Do you have younger siblings? Well, one problem I had recently was during a group project in my English class. Each group member had to prepare a section of a presentation. I noticed one of our group members had not completed their section and the deadline was coming up. I held a group meeting to discuss the project, and then I offered to help with other sections of the project so we could finish on time. In the end, we completed our project on time, the presentation went well, and everyone received a good grade. Why should I hire you over the 8 applicants waiting to be interviewed? I really need the money to buy these new shoes. My parents said I have to do something constructive over the summer, so I really need this job. I'm a reliable person. I'll arrive to work on time and do the best I can do on the job. I've done volunteer work, but now I'd like to gain actual work experience. If you hire me, you'll get someone who isn't afraid to learn. What do you like most about school or your current job? I'd have to say hanging out with my friends. I like working on projects together with my friends. I just got done being in charge of decorating for our school dance. I organized my friends and we worked together to set up a gym with a Hawaiian theme. I also really like participating in school events like sports teams and student government. Text hello to 3355777.
I really like this video because I know a lot of universities, they actually interview students before they decided to admit them. And I have some experience with interviewing students myself. And those are the common problems on the left side, and on the right side, those are the right answers that make a huge difference. Same person, huge difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and so as you're starting to navigate these opportunities for the first time, I think that's something that is overlooked often is the interview part. It's a totally different type of conversation. And so becoming prepared, even just simply doing some Google searches on common interview questions, not so that you can sound like a robot or scripted in your responses, but so that you don't ever feel caught off guard. And, you know, reaching out to your tutors to seek advice on how to maybe re-language something, how to present in a more professional manner is the game changer move. So there's all kinds of tips and tricks you can find online about phone interviewing or video call interviewing, because that of course is different than in real life. But definitely just, again, Google's your friend, seeking some insight online and then reaching out to your tutors for advice.
Yeah, so one of the things in our program, our counselors will help their students to prepare for the interviews and also to maybe if you needed to do a dry run. So we'll just jump to this slide, but when you
go
ahead.
So here is the particular piece that I even forgot often as I was starting to interview for the first times is at the end of the interview, when they ask you if you have any questions, you have to have questions for them. And depending on the kinds of questions that you formulate, it definitely gives them a different perspective on how your mind works and how interested you are, how committed you are, how far you thought into it. So these are some example questions that employers and people going through the interview process on the other end appreciate. And it just helps carry the conversation, especially if maybe the interview is a little bit dull. This helps make it more engaging between you and the person who's interviewing you.
Yeah, very good.
And that's it.
Okay, so we'll leave the questions to the end, but we do want to let you know we have a lot of very creative, very responsible counselors in our program, and Miss Pam is one of them. And we are here to help your family, help your students to increase your students' opportunity to get accepted. And also, as we just mentioned briefly, we also help the parents to pay for the college to get financial aid and a scholarship as much as possible. So those are the things we have to plan ahead. Don't wait to like a senior year. We normally like you come in like earlier, like a freshman year or sophomore year or even junior year. And so those are the time we have for you. And for the parents, I know we have almost like 100 people here, and some of them are, many of them probably are already in our program. But for the people you are now in our program, and you can schedule a free consultation phone call with us, and then we can help you to say if there's any specific things we can help you, or we can just answer some of the questions you are eager to ask today. So one of the things you will find out is because we do have a very limited time. So we want you to schedule appointment for free consultation if you are not in our program already. And Tom, my assistant Tom, will send out the appointment link in the chat box, so you can schedule time with us. If you are married, we hope you and your partner will come to our meeting together. And if you want your students to be part of the conversation, and we are happy to meet your student for like 10 minutes as well. And then we can go ahead to talk with the parents only, whether to join the program, which part you need help. And one of the three things normally happen in our free consultation meeting. And first, we want to ask to know about your family needs, your dreams, your students' academia, those kind of questions. So we understand your situation. And then if you have any questions you didn't get to ask today, and we'll be happy to provide our guidance and answers to your specific situations. And maybe after the consultation, you'll find out you are behind, right? You're somewhere you need help, and we're happy to form a team with you, and you do something very well and we do something very well, so we can work together as a team to help your students out. So there's just a few things I think, like there's happy parents, happy students, they got into their dream college. And I got a lot of questions, like people said, oh, do we always work with like a straight A students or like average student? We actually work with all kinds of students. One of the mission we have is we help the students to find the best fit for them, no matter where they are. We can always, because there's over 5,000 colleges in the US, we can always find something it's the best fit for them. So we have a lot of happy parents, happy students here. I'll just play just a little bit so you get a sense.
All pretty good schools, and offer me a lot of financial aid. It's all thanks to Dr. Sherry and the Palm team for helping us get this far. Really grateful. I want to study aerospace engineering. I've always been interested in flying objects, things like that. So I'm hoping maybe I can study aerospace engineering and later in the future, maybe get a job involving space or something. Yes, like I've gotten my chosen majors in all my schools, so it's really nice.
Good job, William.
Thank
Congratulations. Now let's share the joy with the mom. Annie, how you think about that?
Oh, I think appreciable you guys help. It's a lot of help.
All pretty good.
So there's another parent.
It has been a good experience for us working with Beyond Academy and your team. Initially, we signed up for the financial planning package. After working with your team and you, we understood that the value which your team is providing is pretty good. And that's why, and my son also got enrolled in some of the programs which you are offering. Some of your team members really did a great job. They were very responsible, meaning, they were responding, the next day and all to all the questions we had. Felt like you have a really good team which is working, and supporting everyone who through this college admission process. It has.
Okay, so most of the popular programs, I will just quickly give you a quick introduction. We do help you on some specific things you want us to help, but a lot of families, they do like the whole programs we have. So we have a package we call it a gold package. So basically everything you need about college finance is here. We help you set up a college funding strategies to calculate your expected family contributions and to review your current finance and put your family into a best situation for financial aid and scholarship. And we also help you to set up a college funding strategies and a plan. So that will maximize your efficiency for the college cash flow. So there's a lot of finance background there. Basically, we actually have a lot of team members. We're expert in college funding, and we also help you to fill out a lot of financial forms. And line by line, we do, if needed, we do appeals, negotiations for you. So we help you to get the maximum possible financial aid and scholarship. Like today is Sunday, so on Saturday, yesterday, we actually had a whole kind of like 45 minutes talk about the rules of college funding and scholarships and the strategies and how much people save. We have a lot of case studies, the real case there. And another real popular package we call the Ruby package. So for Ruby package, we have a counselors who can help you to go over all the topics you need, like where to go to school, what program, and what are the things you need to consider, and how you do the campus visits, and like what's the actual curriculum, summer program, like resume we talk about today. They will really work with your students to go over those specific things and get prepared, including SAT, ACT as well. And when it's time for the college application, and the counselors will also work with you to guide your students through the process and set up the right strategies. You probably heard of there's early decision, early action, regular decisions. So there's a lot of things. And every school has different guidelines, different requirements, and there's essays, how you write those things. And some people need to do interviews. So those are the things counselor will work with your student to tackle those questions. And also Ruby package also includes the college finance we just mentioned, the Gold program. So this is a Ruby package. So basically, we want to let you know a goal without a plan is just a wish, right? So we want you to understand you have a dream, you have a goal, and you also want to make a solid plan. You also want to have a team to help you to implement the plan to make that happen. So that's what we will need you with. And my assistant, Tom, will also put this link into the chat box so you can make appointment with us. And in the appointment, we will be able to, to have a conversation to understand your family situations and to see what tasks or what kind of engagement you would like us to help you for your specific situations. With that said, we also want to, Ms. Pam also has prepared some homework for the students. They are already in our program. If you're already in our program, we have homework for you. And when you finish that, or you have question about that, you can talk to your school admission counselors. Ms. Pam?
Okay, so for those of you who are already working with us, a couple tasks for your homework are creating that initial first resume. In addition to that, creating a template original first cover letter. Again, bearing in mind that this version is going to be generalized. And then as you apply places, you will incorporate their name or maybe particular aspects that are important to that opportunity. And then last but not least, professional references. We'd like for you to have, and side note, you want each of these items to be saved as separate Word document templates. So your professional references, you want 3 to 5. No family, no friends. It should be all quote professional. So teachers, coaches, mentors, previous work experience, that people who oversaw you, your school counselor, an assistant principal, etc. You want to put their name, how long you've known them, what their role in your life is, and then a contact number and email address. So your homework is the first versions of professional references, the cover letter, and your first resume.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Pat. And so we are happy to answer questions. If you have any questions, you can put in the Q&A box, and we're happy to answer that. Let me just stop the sharing and then I can look at the chat box. So we have any questions here? Okay, so there's a parent said where you can find the link for free consultation. So you can find out that free consultation. Another thing we want to let you know, we are now able to help every family for every scenario. So what we do is we may just let you know, whether we think it's a fit for you to work with us or not. If we don't think it's the best fit for you and for us, we'll just let you know. And we don't want to waste anybody's time, right? And you also don't want to waste your time. So we'll just let you know. We wouldn't be able to help you for your scenario. And we will just be honest and be direct in that way. And also we want the parents to be the one to make appointment with us, not the student. Because we want somebody, who's responsible and who can pay, because our time is limited as well. We hope we can help you, but we have to, to be able to save time for you and for us too. Okay, so there's a question about SAT. So Ms. Pam, I would like you to answer that question. The question is, are colleges still considering SAT scores now?
Yeah, sorry. I was just typing in response to that. So yes, schools are still considering SAT and ACT scores. Most schools are test optional still, but that does not mean that they don't want to see them. So I encourage everyone to still take a standardized test, whether it be both or either or SAT or ACT, because if you score well, especially if you score within the area of like what that particular college is competitive with, they absolutely like to see scores, and it's just like the cherry on top to your profile, your application profile. So it's definitely not a waste of your time.
Yeah, thank you. So there's another question said for National Honor Society, their children need certain numbers of volunteer hours. As most internships full-time, they would make it difficult to do both volunteers and internships. So what would be your advice on that?
Volunteer hours.
Like if you have an interns, you wouldn't get enough.
So I think it just depends on the opportunity. And to be honest, if maybe there's a particular place you'd like to work with or your child would like to work with, I say don't hesitate in reaching out and asking if there's a shadow opportunity available. But I think that most places are willing to be flexible with having a shadow student or an intern. I think it's just going to be based on your needs and vocalizing that and advocating for what exactly you're looking for out of the opportunity.
All right, great. So there's another question about the student is graduating 2023. So when should I fill out the FAFSA? So basically, FAFSA has different guidelines for different schools. That's another thing quite confusing for the college application process is every school has their own rules, own ways of doing things. So you kind of have to follow every school. And also that's where we can come in to help is not myself, actually, I have a few staff. They are experts in FAFSAs. Like every year as a big team here, we actually fill out more than 1,000 FAFSAs. So they got a lot of experience. They know how to make it right and put your family into best scenario for the financial aid and the scholarship. So on Saturday, like yesterday, I actually gave a webinar. They gave like over like 45 minutes just on the college finance. So you can watch that webinar if you haven't done that. So Pam, you have any advice you want to give or any answers?
For which part?
Let's see, do we sign up? Oh, still FAFSA as a junior, senior. Okay, so for FAFSA, it's quite confusing. What I would give you advice is either you go to watch the webinar we did yesterday. You can still find it online, on-demand webinar, and or you can engage us to help you. I give you quite an example. My own daughter, she's a senior. She just went through all the college applications. For FAFSA part, I didn't do on my own. Like even I'm an expert in college finance, I still ask my staff to do it because there's so many moving parts. I don't want to make any mistakes there, so I still got my staff to pay for that. I still pay for that. I mean, I still got my staff to do that work. Thank you, Alex. So we may be able to take one last question because now it's almost end of the hour. But we do want to let you know our programs are very cost effective. For the Ruby program that covers all the high school years, it's only like a $3,800 for 3 years, and you can make a payment schedule, and so we can work with you. So there's just something like a by working with our team, you get the best advice and you have a less stress, and also you get a more chance for financial aid scholarship, and also save a lot of money from the finance part. Let me see. Okay, so I think, Ms. Pam, we have answered all the questions. I really want to thank you. I know you put a lot of good resource and information in a very short presentation there. And we are so fortunate to have you with us. Thank you so much. And have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye. So for parents and the students, we'll have a best wish to you and have a good night. Bye-bye.